What's up, everybody? Justin Hayes here from superhumanpursuits.com. Today, talking about myofascial release, soft tissue, whatever you want to call it, deep tissue work for the glute max region. And the glute max is just the biggest muscle on your buttocks. It runs right along the tailbone there. There's a couple of tools I use in this area: foam roller or PVC roller in this instance. I would describe this as an entry-level device tool for this area. You eventually want to progress to either softball or lacrosse ball. And with working the glute max area, these two balls, they have the same technique. So when I talk about, I'll use the softball in these examples. When I talk about the softball, you can use the same techniques with the lacrosse ball. Let's start it out here with PVC roller. So you're just placing this on the glute max, and it's, you can kind of bring it out, both legs. You see my heels are dragging. It's tough to keep both legs up in the air and balance on this glute max. So you can kind of take it to a point where here I am bracing myself with this leg, raising this leg, and leaning a little bit to my left here, and trying to get a little more out of this area. But to be honest, there isn't too many. This is something you should progress quickly from, meaning a couple sessions on a foam roller or PVC roller, and you need to start working with the balls, either lacrosse ball or softball. And so these techniques are definitely a further progression. They're going to provide a lot more release. You're going to feel a lot more tension, a lot more pain in that area. Let's go ahead and show them. And remember, like I said before, techniques are identical with the two. This guy's more focal, so he's going to provide a little bit more pressure in certain areas. He'll get to areas that softball might not get to. So try them both. They're both going to provide a lot of help in this area. First technique, here I am, just both feet on the ground, just rolling around on my left glute max here. And you can kind of take that to a point where you lift your leg. That's going to provide a little more pressure. Then take it out, all right? You take it up a little, and you're rolling around. You're feeling around for tension, little knots, and just working through them, sticking on those areas. You can take your leg out here, like this. Just move through a range of motion. You don't want to create too much tension in this area, but you do want to kind of work around to see if you can find different things that need to be addressed by changing your range of motion there. Now, the next progression I do for this area is I start using the foam roller in conjunction with this. And all this is for balance so that I can put a little more pressure back on this area. So what I'll do is this, ball's in the same location, right? And here I am, and I'm just crossing these legs over, really stretching that muscle out and getting in there. And two folds here. This puts a little bit more pressure down on this area, and it's also easier to kind of continue to do this for an extended period of time, whereas you're dragging and holding here, you don't have as much with this guy supporting you on the tail end. And so you can do the same things here. You can spread your legs out a little and still use this as a balance point, and you're going to feel a little bit more tension in this area. That's it for the glute max. Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. I'd love to hear any techniques you have that might be better than these. What am I missing? What am I doing wrong? And any suggestions you have. So get back at me. Talk to you later.